zone. What are we doing with Dangote refineries? These are areas we can start new club based on the activity of that environment or that establishment. Next slide. Hybrid and flexible format of club. Well, this is now, that is why I always tell people that forming new clubs to say that you are in club is no longer an in team, because every club is expected to now be in form of one hybrid and flexible format of meeting. A lot of our clubs now do, because of the exigency, since COVID, many clubs now meet alternatively online and in person. We have clubs, for instance, in one of the new clubs we organized last year, Rotary Club of the Focus Commuter, we meet 3 times online and one physical. I know the Rotary Club of Lagos, Revolution Lagos, also does the same thing. So a lot of new clubs are doing that. These are formats that are new, that we are embracing. So if your club is having challenges, you can adapt to this. It's not quite new to us. The next one, for instance, all the other clubs, for instance, Rotary Club of Bagada, Ikoyi, Bagada South, also do both simultaneously. They are traditional clubs, but they ensure that at each of their meeting, they are also being in person or hybrid. I mean, in person or an online hybrid. So next slide. Well, satellite club, this is one perspective that we refuse to start. Now, each year we struggle to form new clubs because we do not get the number required. We abandon the club, and over time, such clubs fizzle out and don't achieve our goals. But the Rotary Club of Canada South was able to break that jinx last Rotary year by organizing the first satellite club for our district. Can we appreciate Bagada South for that? Now, it is just an offshoot of the parent club. When you have a club, maybe your members, some of you, for instance, Root Club of Go Metro, has some members that meet probably in which area, Igberi, for instance, and they find it more convenient for them to meet in Igberi. As long as they are about 8, they could apply for RI certification as a club. And that is why we have the Rotary Club of Bagada South or Shopingo Satellite Club. One essential tool is that the satellite club must bear the name of the parent club and they pay their dues to the parent club, whereas they meet on their own end and do their thing silently. But the fact is that a member, the chairman or coordinator of that club, is expected to be a board member of the parent club, reporting its activities to the parent club. Next slide. Community-based club, grassroots, centered on rural, underserved communities. This includes teachers, artisans, small traders, youth leaders who may feel excluded from the traditional urban-centric Rotary clubs. Focus on immediate community development. This is one area that we need to focus our attention to. Even if they are going, you can order this law around satellite clubs. Now, we all have rural communities that we have people who could be Rotarians. They may not form the quantity or the number required to start a new club. Let us bring them together and allow them to be a member of our club while they still are members of the satellite club. This way, they will be able to engender support from Rotary, either through service, through projects from clubs or grants. For instance, there are clubs that ought to be formed around villages. Once you are able to identify big people in that environment, people who pay the dues, and we have them. There's no community that has poor people 100%. No, there will be some people who can afford it. And just tell them that when you come together with the Rotary, we can take a lot of projects to your community and help this community to grow. And that way they will be more interested in joining you. And they will be a member of your club and still be a satellite club on their own. Next slide. Now, I'm choosing to bring this slide back because to speak to my own, to the next presentation, the next slide. These are very good. Can we go to the next slide, please? Now, vocational interest law built around profession, teachers, doctors, tech innovators, creative artisans, skill trades. Members use vocational expertise for service, strengthen Rotary's avenue of vocational service. We need to do more in this model of club, for it is common more in the Western world. Now, why I chose, can we go back to the last slide? No, the last slide we had the map here. Now, when you look at these areas, there's no place in this map that will say we will not have all the names, all the identified groups in any of the local government, but yet we do not have clubs. So it's just for us to be conscious of the fact that the models for forming a club are so much changed that you can do a lot of formation of clubs around it. And that way we'll be able to attend to their needs. I must tell you, every club, every community needs the service of Rotary in Nigeria. But the fact is that we have not invited them to join us. And this way, we can do that. Because if we have international fellowship, we have actual groups. I'll still speak to that when I get to a place where we can talk about these uh, action groups. Can we go to the next slide? Now, next slide. Now, youth focus club. Well, a lot of the club, if your club transited from Rotary to be a Rotary club, can you please rise up? Our club started as a Rotary club. Members of the club started as a Rotary club to become a Rotary club. Can you please rise up? Your club started out as a Rotary club. Large number of contractors formed your club. Can you please stand up for recognition? My club came out of a Rotary club. Well, I think, yes, thank you, sir, my PDG and the district treasurer. Well, why I'm emphasizing this is this. We often have contractors in our fold. We use them as errand guides. We use them as any other person, as if they are junior to us. No. Rotary is no longer a program. They are partners in Rotary. How many minutes? 2 minutes. I'll send them.
Since 5 minutes ago, 2 minutes.
I didn't see you. Well, the fact is that contractors are now partners. And that's why I mean, recognize the DRR immediately after the teaching. Now, there was an event where the contractors and contractors were seated in the front. And the Rotarian said, get up, let the IPDs. I said, no, I've had my time. They are RI officers, their own rights. And they should not be removed until we begin to give recognitions to these younger members of our group. We may not attract them the way we wanted. The Rotary Club of Bagada South members stood up to show that we started out as a Rotary Club under Bagada. A large chunk of us started from Rotary Club of Bagada. But today, we can boast of two past district governors in our less than 23 years of existence. That is the quality of a past contractor tribute club. We can boast of past district secretary, two past district secretary. We can boast of about 3 past district treasurer. So it's not a question. I'm saying all of it, right? The fact that we all need contractors around us. And if we keep them out of us, we will lose them. I thank the DRR for being here, and I hope one day he also will transit to a full membership of Rotary Club. Rotary Club has also done so much about this. Clubs that we have today, Bagada South, Maryland, are organized by the Rotary Club of Bagada. And that is why we see a lot of clubs coming out of them. I know the Nigerian Group Slaughter is also operated by Rotary actors. Is that true of us? Thank you. Can we go to the next slide? Pastors Club. Now, can the Rotary Club of Nigeria Globetrotters stand up for recognition? A member of Nigeria Globetrotters. Now, this is a peculiar form of club. These guys you are saying, you say they are young, they are vibrant, they are people who are expected to be high flyers. This is one model of membership of Rotary, which started in our district, and I can bet you the first in Nigeria to be so accorded. The Nigerian Group Club started organized by the Rotary Club of Bagada. So we need a lot of things. Yes, Bagada. Can you please have your seat? And you can see them in their numbers. Now their format does not need to be meeting like regular clubs. Like what they just require is to come together a few times in a year to meet and develop projects. They meet globally and they domesticate their service locally. Next slide. Family-oriented clubs. A lot of our clubs are achieving that. The expatriate club used to be good at this, but I noticed that when I said expatriate club, that's the Rotary Club of Lagos Island, Lagos Bamboo Estate, Eko Atlantic. They will come with their wives, their children to populate their club. Okay? It says I have 2 minutes. It's okay. Now, but now we now have clubs that will have our family members with us in Rotary. For instance, the Rotary Club of Bagada has this model, but more I will speak more of Bagada South because my wife and I are a member of the same club, and that's why when I was the DG, I would say she's a Rotarian in her own right. Also, PDG Kumbani Job, his wife is a member of Bagada South. We have a Rotarian who has his wife, his son in the same club. This is a family-oriented club, very inclusive club. So I urge you to look at these opportunities to inform a club. Next slide. Well, special lifestyle clubs. This blends service with hobbies. And that's why we now have the new club. We recently have the group of Rotarians who came together after a fellowship. My friend, the Admiral, can you please rise? Those sailors that just started together recently. Celestine, Celestine, can you tell us in 1 minute what your group is all about? Please give it to me. Well, essentially, why I want you to stay is because that area. So please quickly take in 1 minute. No, forget bro. Okay,
all right, thank you, sir. We just formed the International ERK Fellowship of Rotarians. Now, what we do, this is a group, you know what fellowship is all about. This is a group of people who value ERK that's going on the sea. This was established in Sierra Leone, Mali, Ghana, Sokotono, but that's not in Nigeria. So we just formed one last week. And you cannot believe that Rotarians from those countries were in Nigeria, here. And I was the only one from our district, except the district officials that honored us. So what do? We fancy or we all of us have interest in Yachi and want to propagate that. And very soon you'll be seeing our flyers and posts to bring in members. It's inaugurated and will come to stay. And I can tell you, I attended their fellowship in Calgary, and that's where the interest was picked.
Thank you. As I round up this presentation, I want to tell you that we tried as much as possible to start a Rotary Club for athletes last Rotary year, but the guy that I intended anchoring or flagging it has been very, very elusive. I'm still tracking it. So to start a club around your interest for athletes, for any social interest that you feel you have, even if for a social club, this regulated thing in the Bulan, We can start a club for regular. Yes, now we can start a club for regular days. So maybe this will change the perspective of Rotary in Ijebula because we have challenges of starting and sustaining our leadership in these axis. So let us begin to be innovative in our thinking. Now, well, I will go through this because the Lord, these are slides I will share to you, and I believe that these are responsibility of clubs, uh, new club advisor, district, and all of that. Can we go on? Now, the last one. This is when eventually we are able to form a club around these special areas. We are expected to have a DG presenting our certificate to the club, and that should be ceremonious. Ceremonious in the sense that you won't do it once. I refuse to give a charter certificate to any club at the district office, other than for those that came on the last day. Do it at your club place. Celebrate yourself because that's memory you will share. Last time. Now, I've said this land objective and I believe you attended to it. Next slide. Now, I therefore urge you to ensure club organizes at least a club within our district in this group here. As I close this presentation, let us all unite for good to make our district an envy of other districts in the world. Thank you.
Thank you, my Please let's listen to this information. Next 15 minutes, we shall be forming a tea and coffee breakout club. Tea and coffee breakout club. Next 15 minutes, so we are going to find out straight line to be led by facilitators table, and we have the hotel stewards on the floor to attend to us, and that will be just for 15 minutes. So please let's find out to go and have our first fellowship. Thank you. Tea and coffee breakout club. Thank you all for coming. Thank you. Thank you. Please hold your card. The small card that was issued to you when you came in. That's your that's your fellowship card. So when you get there, please hand it over to them and hand it over your tea and your small